Eugene Mahloch joined the U.S. Air Corps and was assigned to the 15th Air Force. Eugene was in the 765th Squadron of the 461st Bomb Crew. He had trained in Camp Grant and later transferred to Miami Beach, Florida. He flew in a B-24 Liberator, serving as a navigator and bombardier, and took part in numerous bombing missions in southern Europe. In spring 1945, the 15th Air Force was assigned to provide air support for Allied troops on Germany's southern front in South Italy. They were also assigned to drive final blows to Germany's weakened forces.
When I wrote the entrance examination, he said, "Oh man, you scored pretty good. Would you like to join the Air Corps?" I said, "Absolutely. That's what I wanted in the first place." So I got a discharge from the Army, and they enlisted me in the Air Corps. I also, at that time, had to take 10 hours of flying lessons on a little airplane called an Aranca. The instructor, after taking me around 10 times flying, when we took the last trip, he said, "Well, Gene, I think you ought to become a navigator." Apparently I wasn't a heck of a good pilot at all. So I went to navigation school.
The Air Force was just as important and faced just as much danger as the soldiers on the ground or in the waters.
And we had 3, 6, 9, 12 500-pound bombs that I had to call and pull the pin which armed the bombs. When it hit the ground, it would explode. But all I had to do was get down on my hands and knees, and there was a bubble on the right side of the airplane. I would look out, and when I saw the plane ahead of us drop their bombs, I dropped the bombs. I dropped it. 3, 6, 8 bombs dropped. 1 stayed in the bomb bay, it's called. So now what do? We dropped our bombs, and now we turned around, and the leader of the squadron, he said, "Hey, you guys get out of here. We don't want you flying close to us with a live bomb on board." So I said to the pilot, "Well, what are we supposed to do with this bomb?" And he said, "Scuttle the whole thing." The rack that the bomb was hanging on both sides, had a switch, and I had to drop that all into the Adriatic Sea, and the bomb went off in the Adriatic.
What was truly surprising was at the end of Eugene's interview when he mentioned that until now, no one had bothered to ask him about his experiences in World War II.
It was the first thing everybody wanted when we came back from the service: go get a job. They didn't ask us any questions. And like now, what you guys are doing, nobody asked anybody, World War II veterans, about this. What did you do? What happened? Where were you?
Every soldier is significant, and their experiences should be preserved, since these veterans' first-hand accounts paint the real picture of war in such dangerous, unpredictable, and pivotal times. I will keep Eugene's story in my mind, as it is an important part of him as well as to history.